What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back with another offseason rebuild, and today we have the Indiana Pacers to do. This is actually the last team left that we have to do until we have to wait for a team to get eliminated from round 2. So let's just go ahead and jump in and do this Pacers offseason rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one, subscribe if you are new to the channel, as always, greatly appreciated. But like I mentioned, man, we've done every single team that is currently not alive in the playoffs after today, after we do this Pacers one, of course. So you got Denver, Phoenix, Golden State, LA, Miami, New York, and then Boston and Philly. And then tomorrow, there won't be any teams eliminated just yet. So tomorrow, for the first time and I don't know how long, we'll actually have a different rebuild from an offseason rebuild. I have an idea in mind that I want to do, but I'll save it for tomorrow and surprise you with it. So Denver and Phoenix is a tie series. Golden State and LA is now 3-1. Miami and New York is 3-1, and then Boston and Philly is 2-2. So let's go ahead though and not talk about the playoffs. We'll wait for these teams once they get eliminated. We got Celtics and Suns in the finals. You're gonna have the Celtics to go on and win the championship. We're talking about the Indiana Pacers today. The Pacers had an interesting season. They started out pretty hot, if I remember correctly, and of course fell off eventually. Halliburton was really good this season. He's definitely a guy that Indiana is very excited about. But let's get straight to the lottery. That's going to be something that's going to be pretty important. And then Mathurin, of course, is also going to be a huge piece going forward. This team has a lot of guys to be excited about, but Mathurin, Halliburton are the main two pieces that obviously, I guess I wouldn't say they have a lot of guys to be excited about. Halliburton and Mathurin are definitely two guys to be like super excited about being your backcourt of the future, or if you want to keep Mathurin the small forward, whatever you want to do. But these two guys for your future is it's a pretty good start. So let's get straight to the lottery. So obviously some lottery luck would be amazing. We're projected the 8th overall pick in this scenario. So Pelicans are going to get number 14. That is going to stay the same. So as long as nobody jumps up, we have a chance of jumping up in that top 4. Obviously, being able to add Vic, Wembanyama, or even a Brandon Miller to the Mathurin and Halliburton duo would be honestly an amazing start to this rebuild. Will we get that lucky? Obviously, we shall see. So we got Orlando number 12. Nobody has jumped up yet. That's via Chicago, by the way. Oklahoma City is going to be at 11, and that is going to just stay that way. So far, so good. Nothing has changed. Number 10, you're going to have the Dallas Mavericks. They always seem to jump up, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did here. They did not, though, so they keep their 10th overall pick. If it fell to 11, the Knicks get it, which is going to be very nerve-wracking for Mavericks fans on draft lottery day, and we just fell to 9. So that sucks. We fall all the way to 9. We do not get lucky. We do not jump into the top 4. You have Houston, Detroit, and Utah jumped into the top 3, then Hornets, and then Blazers 6, Spurs 5. So we also do have 2 other picks in this draft, one from the LeVert trade and one from the Brogdon trade. So we have 25 and 30. So we're going to have 9, 25, and 30. Not too shabby. Definitely excited about that. Staff signing, we have Rick Carlisle so as a head coach with Lloyd Pierce as the assistant. I will leave that the way it is. And then we shall head into draft night. There's actually a lot of guys right now that are under contract. So I feel like there's a trade we can make right out of the gate, and I'm sure you guys probably already know where I'm about to go with this, but I'll see you on draft night for that trade. I'm not trading any picks, but there's a guy that we all know Indiana wanted, and it didn't happen, but I feel like it's inevitable this offseason that it could happen. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. The NBA playoffs are officially upon us, and there's no better way to get more out of the NBA playoffs that you're watching with Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that allows you to bet overs or unders on the players you love watching. Let me show you the website. Prize Picks is available on mobile or desktop. Currently, we're on the desktop version, and you're going to be opened up with this. Basically, you have every sport you can imagine. You got tennis, soccer, PGA, CSGO if you're into stuff like that, MMA, but we're here for the NBA. The play-in tournament is officially starting, and I'm looking at some of these props right here, and I'm feeling juicy. So all you basically do, you can choose between 2 to 6 players. This is my favorite way of getting more out of the game I'm watching. I'm already going to watch the game, so might as well have some fun with it. So let's say I wanted to go Clint Capella over points, and let's say I want to go like maybe over Tyler Hero's prop as well. You just go more and more. 2 players is 3 times your money, and you can go all the way up to 25 times with 6 players. If you're still unsure about it, here are some examples of winnings I've had in the past, and you can go ahead and sign up with my link down in the description below. Use code Crushables. They're matching your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100 for first-time users. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. In my personal opinion, the writing is heavily on the wall. I honestly could see a world where there is a Miles Turner for DeAndre Ayton swap this offseason. Now, what would it look like? I don't know. The biggest thing is, though, for me, I don't know when Miles Turner can actually be traded because he did sign extension, so I don't know if he's trade eligible like right when the offseason starts, but DeAndre Ayton is unhappy in Phoenix. It's very apparent. He's pouting on the bench. There's some things going on behind the scenes, I assume. He kind of shrugged off Chris Paul the other night. So, like, DeAndre Ayton has his good days and he has his bad days with Phoenix. Even when he got matched, of course, there were some awkward moments on media days. So it just seems inevitable that Miles Turner, or not Miles Turner, but DeAndre Ayton could eventually be traded. Now, will he be traded to the Indiana Pacers? I think it makes a ton of sense because Miles Turner could be a replacement for Ayton. I think he could fit very nicely next to Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and if they keep Chris Paul as well. So I think this trade makes a ton of sense for both sides. Of course, Indiana offered Ayton the offer sheet, and then it got matched. So I'm going to see if this would just go through straight up. I have no idea if it would. It is not. So we might have to give up just a little bit more. DeAndre Ayton is going to go up to an 87 overall, and Miles Turner actually goes down. So we are upgrading the center, despite the belief that we're, kind of going from 85 to 84. But trust me, it's going to be a move that's going to make sense. So I feel like Phoenix would value depth. Obviously, they need some bench pieces. So I feel like a guy like TJ McConnell could be a nice veteran that Phoenix would be excited about. Obviously, I wouldn't mind taking back maybe like Landry Shaman or something like that. But we have so much depth, I don't even think it's necessary. So like Miles Turner and McConnell for Ayton, they still don't agree that. That's fair. I'll throw in pick 30. That's about, okay, pick 30. And then I'll throw in maybe like Daniel Tyus. That could give him some more depth. And we finally got somewhere. So just like that, we got DeAndre Ayton. And I honestly, like I said, I could see a world where DeAndre Ayton is traded to Indiana. As long as Indiana doesn't jump to like number 1, obviously, and get Vic, then there's really no reason for them to go get Ayton. But if they don't, DeAndre Ayton, I think, makes a ton of sense. And of course, we fell to 9. So we're going to be adding someone else. And we have 25. So let's jump straight in. I'm not going to be trading this 9th overall pick. Yeah, Vic going to Houston. You're going to have Brendan Miller going to Detroit. Henderson's probably going to go to Utah. That makes a ton of sense. Charlotte's going to draft Whitmore. Yes. Okay. Spurs. Thompson twin right here. No, Jalen Hood-Schifino. Okay. Blazers. I don't know who they're going to take. Who are they going to take? They take a Thompson twin. All right. Makes sense. You got Orlando taking Grady Dick. And then you got Washington taking Jarris Walker, who I actually wanted. But number 9, you're going to have Thompson twin. You're going to have Anthony Black. We don't really need a point guard because obviously we have Halliburton in that scenario. We have Rupert. We have Bryce. We have Jet Howard. I feel like Jet Howard might be the pick here. Gregory Jackson, Jordan Hawkins, Keontae George. I know Keontae George turns into a beast. So part of me wants to take Keontae George here and have him be part of this trio with Mathurin because we're playing Mathurin at the 3. I want to take Keontae George. I know I can take Jet Howard right now, but Keontae George I know will just absolutely blossom. I'm taking George here at pick 25. He'll be our starting shooting guard throughout the video, or pick 9, I should say. And then at pick 25, we just took a shooting guard. So give me Derek Lively as a backup for the future. I like that selection. So just like that, I feel like we walk away pretty good. We walk away with Keontae George at number 9. I honestly debated taking Jet Howard, but I mean, literally the same overall, so it's fine. And then we went and got Derek Lively, who hopefully can blossom to a backup center. They did draft 2 second-rounders for us, so I guess I'll sign them. And then player options, we'll have Halliburton, Naismith, Jackson, Duarte, Kendall Brown. I'll accept all those. Qualifying offers, got nothing here. And then free agency, we got, let's see, is there any important free agents we need to worry about? O'Shea Brissett. Let's see what we got. So right now we have Halliburton, no backup point guard. We got Andrew Nembhard, Chris Duarte, and Keontae George. So obviously Nembhard was starting next to Halliburton. I think I'd rather have Nembhard be our backup point guard, which is why I was okay with trading McConnell. I don't know if he'll go down in overall. He stays the same, so I like that. Nembhard will be our backup point guard. I like that a little bit better. Chris Duarte and Keontae George. I'm going to start Keontae George right out of the gate, so I'm okay with that. Mathurin and Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is someone I would definitely wouldn't mind trading away. I think he's on the last year of his deal anyway, so if we could move him maybe for like a first or something, that definitely could make a ton of sense there. So we'll do something like that. And then we got Neesmith, Jalen Smith, Jordan Nwora. So honestly, the only position I don't like on this team is the 4. We got DeAndre Ayton, Isaiah Jackson is our backup center with hopefully Lively developing in the background. So power forward spot is definitely something I would love to address. Jordan Nwora is fine, and then Neesmith is fine. But Buddy Hield, if I can maybe use him to get like a new 4, I guess that would be cool. I don't know if we can just sign one. We have cap space, but I don't know if there's any power forwards I would like. I guess I could sound like a Miles Bridges, but I don't know. I just don't love to rub people the wrong way if some people still are upset about the whole Miles Bridges situation, which I totally understand. So I'm going to stay away from that. Trey Lyles and then Reggie Bullock, PJ Washington, I guess could be fun, but he's not really going to develop anything. So Grant Williams also could be fun, but he's not really much better than what we already have right now. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and take care of a Buddy Hield trade first. Maybe I can use him to get a 4. If not, I'll just walk away with a pick. So I'm going to be trading Buddy Hield over to the Lakers for a top 3 protected 2025 pick. Also walking away with Max Christie. I'm just going to wait to upgrade the power forward position later on down the road. It's not like we're in a huge rush anyway. I know I could technically sign like a Jeremy Grant or Kuzma or something like that. But I'm not in a huge rush, like I mentioned. I guess we could maybe get to like Porzingis as well, since I did just move on from Buddy Hield. But I don't want to make this rebuild done in one off season. I could sign like a Jeremy Grant, but I know for a fact he'll be back in Portland. Portland's going to overpay him, and he's going to sign that massive contract once he's offered it, as long as Portland keeps Dame, obviously. But I think I'm good. I'm not going to sign anyone in this free agency. We made our upgrades. I'll stay patient at that power forward spot. I don't want to just get it all done in one offseason. I'm kind of ready for the long run approach here with this team. So Halliburton, DeAndre Ayton, Mathurin, Nesmith, Jordan Nwora. I mean, both these guys did kind of improve at the 4. So maybe both these guys could be something for us there. Jackson's up to a 78, which is nice. Chris Duarte is up, and Nembhard, George, these guys are kind of staying the same. Of course, we just drafted Keontae George, so probably shouldn't have expected any development from him just yet. But let's go take a look at rotation. I'm actually really excited about this team. I think there is a big chance we are a sneaky play-in team this year. I think we have the talent to do so. Indiana was there for a second last year and then fell off eventually. But let's go take a look at this rotation. So under Rick Carlisle, this is what we'll be running. So rotation is looking like this. It's Halliburton, Duarte, Mathurin, Jordan Nwora, DeAndre Ayton, Aaron Nesmith, Isaiah Jackson, Jalen Smith, and Nembhard. And then Keontae George is completely out of the rotation right now. I disagree with that. I actually want Keontae George to start. And I don't know if I want to just kick Duarte out of the rotation, but I do want to start. Let's go 10-man rotation, I guess, since we're going to want to play all these guys. And I'm going to give Chris Duarte about like 16 minutes a game, I guess, or something along the lines of that. We'll go something like this. And then we'll give Keontae George a bunch of minutes at the starting shooting guard spot, because I want him to blossom right away. So this is what we're going to be running this season. I'm not in a huge rush. Eventually, when we have like a chance to upgrade that power forward spot, we will. Shot tendencies are super low on this team. I just did a short, and not a single player averaged over 20. So I'm going to fix Halliburton's shot tendency a little bit. I think he's going to be very, very good. So we're going to move him up to an 88. Aiden, I wouldn't mind moving up to like an 80, since he'll probably have more opportunity on this team. And then Mathurin, same thing. Let's go to like an 85. And then touch tendency like a 75. And then Keontae George, he just like naturally develops. He's already has an 81 shot tendency, so I'll just leave that the same. So I'm gonna simulate this season. I've done enough talking. Let's just see how year 1 goes with this Pacers squad. Here's a new one. Donovan Mitchell actually wins MVP for the Cavs. You got rookie of the year going to Vic. No surprise there. And then here's the rest of your rewards. Here's your NBA first team. Maybe Halliburton sneaked on here. He did not just yet, but eventually I feel like he finally will. And then here's your all defensive second team, all defensive first team. All rookie first team. Did we get Keontae George? We did. He averaged, well, I guess we'll see when we look at everyone's stats. But we did sneak into the play-in tournament. I thought there was a chance we would. We do get Milwaukee in this play-in tournament round, so that could be a tough matchup. But Halliburton averaged 23 and 12. You love to see it. Mathurin was 16. 16 from DeAndre Ayton and 11. And then 14 from Keontae George, which is exciting for his rookie year. Jackson with 10 off the bench. 10 from Nesmith, so not too bad. I guess we'll take that. I mean, if we're getting... he didn't shoot the best, 34%. Would love to see that a little bit higher than Ayton. Of course, not really much of a shooter, too much. George, 39% as a rookie, and Mathurin, 38%. So that's really exciting. So if we can get like a better power forward to shoot a little bit better, I think Nwora was starting, wasn't he? And he shot 41%. So I guess it could be only on 4 attempts, but still a lot to be excited about there. We get Milwaukee in this play-in tournament round. We got Drew Holiday, Allen, Giannis, Middleton, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis. Kind of the same roster they did add Trey Lyles, and we are going to lose. No, that's fine. Not a big deal. The fact that we even made it this far is super exciting in itself, and we can really look to upgrade that power forward spot this offseason, hopefully in the best way possible. We have Cleveland beating the Nuggets in 6 games. Retirements, LeBron James is going to retire. I don't know if we have our lottery pick this offseason. We do, which is amazing. So, there's a chance we could get lucky and it jumps up. I guess we can wait and see. So, Knicks, number 14. We'll go to the number 12. And if it jumps up, man, would that be insane. Pelicans, number 13. And then this will be a moment of truth here in a second. Pelicans do the same. Do we get lucky and jump into that top 4 with literally a 1.5% chance? Do we get it? And no. So, we stay at 12, which makes sense. But Sacramento gets number 1 after being a playoff team, which is weird. But we got pick 12, and then that's it. We don't have anybody else's pick in this draft. So, Kings walk away with 1 is exciting for them, I guess, though. I don't know. At the same time, it's not, because they're looking to be a playoff team finally, or consistently be a playoff team, and they're back at being really bad, I guess. But let's get our guard guru, and then before we head into draft night, I'll look at possibilities of upgrading at the 4. I'll probably wait till free agency. We shall see. But we got a power forward, or not a power forward, a big man. Wasn't our guard guru, and now we can go look at our options before draft night. So the one guy that I had a little bit of interest in is on the Warriors, and that's Jonathan Kuminga, but he might be a little too high in value. And does he have he has a team option right now, so we can't even get him even if we wanted to just yet. We have to wait till after the draft. So Another option that I have this offseason, I think I might be able to sign Jared Vanderbilt straight up. I mean, that could be a really nice power forward to add defensively. We shall see, though. Let's go straight into the draft. Let's pick at 12. I don't know if I'll be keeping this player. Maybe we get like a really good player for our 4 spot. So Mari, 18 years old. I don't know much about him, but I mean, I guess if he can come in and be good right away, maybe we could keep him. I guess we have LeBron James here as well. DJ Wagner fell this far. Wow, that's actually insane. I feel like I could draft him and really use him for like a good trade. I mean, the fact that he's even here and fell this far is actually crazy. We're at pick 12 right now. The fact that he's still on the board is actually wild. I've never seen him fall this far. So Edwards Booker, well, I can't even speak, but man, I'm just so speechless. Matt even fell that far. You know what? I'm not going to pass up on the opportunity. I'm not going to keep him, but his trade value is going to be insane at this point. I think if you're Indiana and he was still on the board, you just go best player available and you kind of just use them in a valuable trade as a valuable trade asset, which is what I'll be doing. So Wagner, Fisher, and Murphy, I'll sign all those guys. Player options, we're going to have Mathurin, Duarte, Jackson. I'm going to decline this second rounder. Gortman, I'm also going to decline, and Jalen Smith declines anyway. And then free agency, we obviously know we have Halliburton to sign. Neesmith and Christie are all free agents. And then free agency time, we're going to be able to sign Halliburton back. We should have like money to sign like a really good player. So technically speaking, I mean, if there's a 4 here, I guess we could get like Siakam. We have DeMar DeRozan, but I don't want to have to keep DJ Wagner on this team. So I think I am going to try to get my power forward through trades. I mean, what is Wagner's trade value right now? If we just looked at it, let's see. Because the fact that he was still on the board is insane. Where is he? DJ Wagner. It is going to be. That's the wrong player. If I can click the right player. All right, give me 1 second. I got this. Boom. 4-star trade value. So, I mean, if we can't get a good power forward here, we're just terrible at the game. So I've scanned around the league, and like I mentioned, we could technically just sign our power forward in free agency, but like I mentioned, I went ahead and took DJ Wagner so I could use him in a trade as a trade asset. So there's some guys I'm looking at. Like I mentioned, Jonathan Kuminga earlier, he like develops like crazy if you give him the opportunity, but I've gotten him in the past. Somebody I was really looking at that's someone I don't get ever, and I don't know why this team would give him up, but like we're years down the line. Obviously going for Tatum would be amazing too, as Boston has gotten worse and Jaylen Brown might leave them, but he's untouchable. But it would be crazy to try to build a package for Tatum, but that's not going to happen. Jackson, of course, someone that'd be cool as well. I get him quite a bit, or I've gotten him in the past, I should say. But the guy I'm looking at, marketing also is someone, but again, I've gotten him in the past. Randall, I don't think makes a ton of sense. So this is what I'm looking at. We got Paulo Banchero in the last video, I believe, with the Wizards. I got him like later on down the line. But what about Franz Wagner? Someone I never get. 6'10", 40% from 3. I mean, he'd fit in seamlessly. I don't know why Orlando would be willing to give him up, but we do have a package that I could offer them that I think they'd accept it, and it's different. I don't ever get Franz Wagner. Realistically speaking, obviously thinking about it just now, why would Orlando give him up? We're 2 years down the line. Maybe some weird stuff happens. Who knows? I'm just painting a picture in my head. We're trying to have fun here. So Franz Wagner is the guy I'm going for. Let's change it up. I never go for Franz Wagner, so I think this could be a nice change. So I'm going to offer, of course, DJ Wagner, who I just drafted. He's got 3-star trade value. It's probably going to cost more than that. I'm going to give them Elijah Fisher as well. Actually, do I have anything else? I mean, I don't know if they like Duarte at all. I'll give them that pick from the Lakers I got, and then my 2025. And then let's say, I guess that would be enough maybe. So it's Wagner, Duarte, 2 firsts for Wagner. They accept. We got our new power forward. He's someone I never ever get, so I think it's exciting to get him. He'll be our brand new power forward, and super excited about that. So we have our starting 5 of Halliburton, Aiden, Franz Wagner, Mathurin, and Keontae George. I mean, there's a lot to be excited about there. But let's just make sure we get Halliburton back and then, get some depth back. Whether it's resigning Neesmith or Nwora, getting one of them. Probably resign Nwora because he shot better from 3. Then Jalen Smith, won't be bringing him back. Christie, if he comes back as qualifying offer, that's great. All right, let's go ahead and see who comes back, though, and who gets an offer. Halliburton, of course, getting offer from Houston, which would be a crazy duo with him and Jalen Green, but I'm not going to allow that to happen, obviously. But him and Jalen Green would be a really nice backcourt. I'm not allowing that to happen. So Nwora was so good from 3, and we still have $18 million in cap space. Like, we're going to be able to fill out the rest of this bench. So I'm going to sign Nwora to be our backup 4 because he played really good last year. So now we have Halliburton, Nembhard, Keontae George. We do need a wing player, and we have our backup center. So let's get a wing, and we should be in the running for being a really good team. So shooting guard or small forward, Malik Monk, of course, did wonders in Sacramento, so you have to wonder how good he would be off our bench. Isaiah Joe, someone who's 25 years old, shoots 43% from three. That will be the signing for me. Isaiah Joe, we're going to get him, and he'll be our backup shooting guard. I guess they're going to probably maybe start him over what we have currently, but I'm probably going to keep Keontae George in the starting five. So I feel really good. I feel really good about the team we're about to put on the court. So Halliburton is up. Ayton is up, Franz Wagner's up, Mathurin is up, Keontae George is up, Isaiah Joe is up, Lively's even developing in the background as well, which is super exciting. I'm feeling very good. Now, the only thing I did notice that Nimbar did not go up at all, which kind of sucks, to be honest with you, but it's all good. I mean, he's going to be probably the last player off our bench. That's not terrible to have, so I'm feeling really good, though. I think this team is about to be pretty unstoppable. I don't know if I should say unstoppable, but I just loaded the wrong draft class. Regardless, though, Power King Land is number 22. They want to start Isaiah Joe. I prefer Isaiah Joe to come off the bench. I know he will fit like really nicely in the starting five, just playing off of Tyrese Halliburton, but I'm just going to have him come off the bench for us. I want to keep Keontae George developing. So Isaiah Joe, I appreciate you being here, but I'm going to have you come off the bench for us. I think that's going to be a lot better. And Keontae George should just keep developing. So let's look at this. Now we're going to have Halliburton, Keontae George, Mathurin, Franz Wagner. We're going to have to re-sign him, and then we're going to have to re-sign Mathurin eventually. So it's going to be an expensive team eventually. Isaiah Joe, Isaiah Jackson, two Isaiahs off the bench. What more can you want? Jordan Nwora and then Nimbar. So I'm feeling really good. And then Derek Lively is getting some spot minutes, but I don't think there's any reason to play him just yet. Proficiency, 3.5 perimeter centric, and we can be a 4-star 7 seconds. So we'll go with a 7-second system. We'll assimilate this season, and the expectation is to be a playoff team. Or, I mean, at least playoff team and maybe a borderline contender. I don't know if we'll be that, but if we could be that, that would be amazing. So, unfortunate simulation this year. We didn't even make the play-in tournament. Things just went really south really fast. I'm actually really disappointed with how it went. I thought for sure this team would be a playoff team lock, but I was totally wrong. Not really sure what happened. I mean, Isaiah Jackson averaging 7 rebounds off the bench. I don't know if that was going to be an issue, but yeah, not great whatsoever. Pretty disappointed by the result of what we just got. We obviously are going to be looking to run it back. Maybe we need to make one more upgrade on our bench. But yeah, overall, 2K did us no favors. They had no belief in us. And then one thing I forgot to fix earlier was what I forgot to... I was like thinking about it. It's draft class. So I need to load the right draft class. But yeah, I'm really disappointed with the result that we just had. So that means Orlando walked away pretty good. They're going to have our draft pick in this lottery. I don't know if it's going to jump up for them. It's going to be pick number 9. So I guess they got number 9 for Franz Wagner. They also are going to have that Lakers pick, which ends up being, they got a Magic pick in this draft as well. I don't know where that Lakers pick is at, but I guess if it's top 4. So that pick I gave Orlando was top 3 protected, and it's a 4th overall pick. So Orlando walked away pretty good, I will say, although they gave up a really talented player in Franz Wagner, and I guess the joke is on us because we were bad. So I don't know if it's Rick Carlisle's fault, but I'm going to blame it on him, and we're going to go with the new head coach. So if I can bring in like Tyronn Lue, sign me up, and Tyronn Lue will be our new head coach in Indiana. So we're going to bring in Tyronn Lue. We'll bring in Knight as well to be our assistant, and we'll need one more big man coach, and we should be good. Elliot, welcome to the team. Boom, we got it done, and our staff is filled out. So we're not even have a draft pick, I don't believe, so let's just go straight past that. My main thing is keeping everybody on the roster and then maybe making a bench upgrade. Nimbar did go up to a 77, so maybe he'll develop a little bit more this offseason. Wagner, Isaiah Jackson are both free agents. I do have interest in bringing them both back, but maybe I can get a better center over Jackson. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but we can definitely explore the idea of it. So centers, let's see. We can get Isaiah Jackson, that's it. So yeah, I mean, we can get like a Jackson Hayes as well, but probably just stick with what we have. So Wagner, not renouncing. That would be stupid. Don't know why 2K is that dumb. I'll renounce Josh Jackson or Marnie Brooks. That's fine. But why would I renounce Franz Wagner after I gave up assets to get him? You're not making any sense, 2K, to suggest me to renounce him. Regardless, though, I'm going to sign him to a deal. 5-year contract offer. They want me to renounce him. I'm not doing it. And we finally get him locked up. Jackson, on the other hand, is asking for $21 million. I don't know if I want to pay that much to a backup center. We have Larry Nance as our other option, so maybe we don't. I'll probably just wait for his qualifying offer at this point because really can't afford to pay him $20 million. Eventually, we're going to have to pay Mathurin, and then George will be someone we need to be paid. So, yeah, and then Aiden, of course, is making money, so I can't really afford to pay Jackson what he's asking for. Is there a center I can get on day 12? I don't know if that's going to be there. Adams, I guess. Jericho Sims. Like, I guess we can get like a Sims just in case. Yeah, I'll sign him to a 2-year deal just to be on the safe side. I don't know if he's going to let me sign him. Sims I'm signing. Isaiah Jackson's back. So Sims will be here maybe next year if we don't win a championship this year. Halliburton, Aiden, Franz Wagner, Mathurin, Keontae George is up to an 82. And then Nembhard went up to a 77, which is nice. Derek Lively still developing the background as well. And Jordan Nwora is up to a 79. So overall, last season simulation, disappointing. Absolutely disappointing. I'm expecting bigger things this next year. We shall see. Power is going to last at 18, so it looks like they believe in us a little bit more. 9 rotation of Halliburton, George, Mathurin, Wagner, DeAndre, and Isaiah Jackson, Isaiah Joe, Jordan Nwora, and Nembhard, and then Sims. So obviously we're running with Tyronn Lue as well, which right now the system is a defense, which we're not running, obviously. Can we be 4? We could be 4.5 at 7 seconds. So we're going to move this to 7 seconds. We're going to run this season. I'm expecting way bigger things this year. We're not a playoff team this year. 2K is tripping. So hopefully we can make it this year and be a top 3 seed in the East, which is obviously a big jump from last year, but that's the expectation I have for this roster. Another Cavalier getting MVP in this video is Evan Mobley. One of these days, man, I'm gonna trade for Evan Mobley in one of these videos. One of these days. Rookie of the year, Ian Jackson. You got Ron Holland, 6th man of the year. Evan Mobley, defensive player. So he wins MVP and most improved, doing some Giannis type stuff. That's Daniels most improved. And then Gabriel Weber for the Jazz. Okay. And then Joseph Jackson, executive for the Rockets. Let's go see what we got going on. At Halliburton, he did make an All-NBA second team. I don't know if he's made All-NBA teams, and I just haven't been looking. I know it shows you somewhere. Where is it? Reward. So All-Star 2023-2026. And this is the first year he's ever made an All-NBA team. So that's cool. And an All-NBA third team. All defensive first team and all defensive second team. No Pacers representatives, but we did get that potential I wanted. First seed in the East. So we went from not making the playoffs to getting the first seed. So simulation just went much better. Mathurin jumping up to 24 points per game. I'm sure helped out a ton. Halliburton with 22 and 12. 17 from Keontae George, and then 16 from Wagner. 16 from Ayton, and Jackson with 10 and 7 off the bench. Nwora with 8. 8 from Isaiah Joe, or 7, and then Nembhard with 4 and 3. So here we go. Round 1. Against the team we made a trade with. They got DJ Wagner, who was averaging, he made a first team all rookie. He's averaging 10 points per game on the season. He went from 17 to 10. So not sure what happened there. I know he eventually hits a progression stride like crazy though, so they'll be fine. Paulo Banchero, Wendell Carter, Claxton, Vucevic, Casey Wallace, Nasir Cunningham, and Cruz Duarte. So pretty solid team in Orlando. Somebody current round though, hopefully we just take care of business and we sweep them. They're not even a match. We're out of the first round just like that. But now we get Charlotte. They have LaMelo, Giddey. Okay, how on earth did they get Josh Giddey? That is actually something I've never seen before. But LaMelo and Josh Giddey are a backcourt, which is kind of crazy. I don't know if that would fit the best, but definitely interesting to see. Mark Williams is up to an 85, which is really cool to see as well. Simmons is on the team. Whitmore, Bull. So a very solid team in Charlotte. Got Malik Monk back as well. 123 to 106. Mathurin 125 in that one. 20 and 13 from Aiden. Halliburton 15 and 18. 2-0 lead so far. So we have not dropped a game in the playoffs just yet. Game 3, 3-0. Exactly what I thought. Exactly what I thought we could be. And we finally lose the game. Do we let them come back, though, from 3-0? Please don't do that. And we beat them in 5. All right. Now we get the ultimate test. Cleveland, who has the reigning MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, they lost Mitchell, though. Which is why Evan Mobley hit such a stride. They have Alvarado, Marshall. The fact they don't have Donovan Mitchell makes me believe we could beat them, though. Maybe Quentin Grimes, Donovan Mitchell change teams. I don't know. Regardless, here we go. Game 1. Okay. Not going to be easy like I thought. 41 from Mobley, 34 from Garland, and 41 from Mathurin. He's really hitting his stride here. He's actually going off on a contract year. Game 2, we even it up, though. 158 to 128. 29 from Garland, and then 30, and then 29 and 13. 29 from Aiden. Love to see it. Game 3, 2-1 lead for the Cavs, and they're going to jump up 3-1. So even without Donovan Mitchell, they might be taking care of us, but we did win game 5. So if we can force a game 7 back to Indiana, anything is possible. All we got to do is win game 6 in Cleveland. Come on, baby. Let's dig deep. Let's get in there. Let's get after it. Come on, baby. Let's get in there. I don't know why I keep saying that. Like, that's what she said type stuff is what I'm saying right now. And we are at the end. 134 to 134. I feel like this is a situation where we should jump in and watch. So let's do it. My face is out of the way so you guys can see the scoreboard. It's 1 minute and 5 left on the clock. Tie ball game, 134 to 134. This is only to force a game 7. So even if we win this one, doesn't mean we won the series just yet. But we got to escape here and go back to Indiana in front of those home fans. Garland's going to I thought that was a steal for sure, but it was not. Somehow got the ball off. Garland, I mean, we're playing decent defense. Quentin Grimes for 3. He misses it. Mathurin with the rebound. Go do something, Mathurin. You've been going off this whole video or these whole playoffs. So I would love You had Isaiah Jackson, though. You had him, and now you throw it to him, and that is going to not go in. I don't know why you didn't just hit him earlier if that was the result we wanted. All right. 26 seconds left. Cleveland has the chance to take the lead. To say I'm nervous is an understatement. They get a screen from Mobley. Franz Wagner's on him. He's going to pass it to Mobley, and Mobley's going to hit the layup to take the lead. Indiana is going to call timeout. So 16 seconds left on the clock. There is a chance here. We're going home in the Eastern Conference Finals. We are going to need a basket to... I mean, it would be crazy if we got like a 3 here to take the lead. We shall see what happens. So Halliburton's going to handle the ball. Let's just make sure we get a good shot. Let's see. He's going to drain down the clock. Just holding the ball right now. No movement so far. Got Isaiah Joe coming up. All right. This play is literally going nowhere. Please do something, Halliburton. Fade away 2, and he... Okay, well, that worked out, I guess. There was no movement on that play until Halliburton just decided to hit a fadeaway mid-ranger. And you know what? He hit it. That's what matters. Cleveland advances the ball. If they scored 0.3 seconds, I promise you I'm never playing this game again. So here we go. Let's see what Cleveland does with 0.3 seconds left on the clock. And they are going to Garland. I don't think he got it off. And we're going to overtime. So overtime in game 6. How lovely. All right, we're going back to Simcast. It says I guess it's because I'm not using anyone and it's telling me to suggest. It's suggesting what I do for the Cavs. I don't care about the Cavs though. Obviously, I'm rooting for the Pacers. We take the lead. All right, keep it going. Put on the pedal. 144 to 1. Ooh, it's looking good. It's looking good. And we are going to escape with a victory. And we're going to Indiana for game 7. And honestly, I was super nervous to back out of that because last time when I did that with the Mavericks, it literally glitched and kicked me out. But we're back, man. Game 7. Here we go. 2K did not screw me over in this scenario. I think we go 8-man rotation. Like, literally, we play our A best players. It says give the most minutes to Halliburton and George. The Jazz are awaiting us. Game 7 in front of the Indiana fans. Like, this is what we want. So here we go. Game 7. Don't lose to Cleveland. They start out hot. Only a 4-point deficit. All right, take the lead. Keep it going. Keep it going. We got it. We got it. I think we got it. Oh, my goodness. I thought it would come back in the end. What was the final score? 121-29. All right. We escaped with a victory. And now we get the Jazz in the NBA Finals. So we have Scoot and Kyrie as a backcourt. Okay, that's a little intimidating. Markkanen, Flipkowski. I don't know if I'm saying that last name right. Walker Kessler, Sexton, Abaji. Wow, this team is loaded. They have so much depth. We might lose here. I'm not going to lie. Game 1. Game 2. Yeah, it's not good. Game 3. Wait, do we even it up? We do. We went 3 straight, though. Wow. If we beat the Jazz, I'm going to be impressed. Come on, game 6. I thought for sure we were screwed there. Like, once I saw the Jazz roster, I thought for sure we were done for. But we take them down. Let's go. We've got a championship for the Pacers to end the video. I will take that each and every day of the week. That was the last offseason rebuild of the teams, like I mentioned, that we're finally fully caught up. We're waiting on the 8 teams that are still in the playoffs. So tomorrow, I'll have a little bit of a surprise video for you guys. And then obviously, once another team gets eliminated, we'll be going back to our offseason rebuild. So, and then next week is the draft lottery. So we'll be doing draft lottery rebuilds as well. So we got a lot of content coming up. So make sure you're subscribed. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. This is Crushables. I'll see you on the next one. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.